and then we now give it the name and say this is my string, and then we now teach that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It has 13, its size is 13, and then we now say, now use double quotation to say hello Nigeria, and then close the double quotation and then put semicolon again. See this stress, see all this stress, we don't need to go through it. As a matter of fact, where column comes in Python is to show that the statement is not yet complete and that the following line is enclosed in a block of code. If you know how to use for loop, you understand very well what I just said. So we don't need to go through all of this stress again. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut this. Okay. So, to have a very way I named my string. I was trying to demonstrate something yesterday. Let me try that again. Funny enough, I'd not even practiced after that, but let me try it again. I want to create another variable, your string. And give it the same value. Hello Nigeria. So I have two variables with the same value now. So if I want to place a check using some operations, some operators or operations to compare. I wish I remember the professional term for that. So I'm asking now, is this string equal to this? I'm asking, do they have the same value? That's what this equals mean. Do they have the same value? It says true, they have the same value. Now I want to ask again, are they pointing to the same object? He says no. Wow, this is something I was not expecting. I actually believed before this time that once they have the same, like there couldn't be two string objects with the same value, but
okay, I lost connection there. I'm gonna pause for a moment while I regain connection back.
Let's make progress. And I was actually trying to format the string using the percentage, and I'm probably not getting the syntax right. Maybe I should declare an integer and try to do that. Maybe I should do so. But there are several ways you could get this string printed out. If I do something like this, I say print this. This is the string, right? Print this here and print, give a space, and this is the curly brace, open and close. And then I go here and say for, from hello, if you want to get hello, we need to slice from index 0 to index 6, I believe. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, index 5. Should give us hello. So we want to print hello Nigeria as many times as we can do it with different ways. In different ways. Are you saying yes that it will work? Are you saying yes that you understand? And there was silence. What will happen if I print this thing? If I enter this thing, what will happen?
I think you are supposed to use dot format.
Dot format. So this one will not work. Is that what you mean?
I don't know, sure.
Let's try. So at the end of the day, it gave me something similar to what I got here, where it treated this one as a different string and printed the content of this variable where it is. Now let's use the format where we go this way. Dot format. Now what will happen to okay, let's not make it let's not make it very complex. And all right, that's our method. And who remembers the particular syntax of this method? Someone should tell me. As a way to use this modulo sign, this positive sign. I don't seem to remember it now. If you know it, if you don't know it, fine. After all, none of us would like to use it. It's something similar to the way we call it in printf, where we call it and then pass in what we want. You know what we want. If I change the content of your string to um, I'm from Nigeria. Now I want to print hello from Nigeria. I want to combine the two strings, the both strings, and print hello from Nigeria. What I mean is your string is equal to this, and my string is equal to this. But I want to combine both of them. I want to print hello from Nigeria. That means I want to ignore this here and print from Nigeria. I want to ignore this Nigeria, this particular Nigeria here, and print hello from here. So let's try that. Somebody tell me how am I supposed to achieve that? This is like combining your skill in slicing and your skill in formatting as well. How many people in this class are in the format class? Because the way I'm getting slow response now is looking like I'm half entirely fresh people. And Sika, you're in the format, you're in the last class. Benedict.
I was not in the last class, sure, but I think I can answer it.
Okay. Who else was in the last class? Judy, you're in the last class. Hello, Gambia. Crown, like having totally new persons. So
I was not in the last class, boss.
So when you miss such class, I mean, try and see the video so that you'll be able. I mean, the flow is not the flow is not such as I expect, as I expected, and it's making me feel like going back to things we've discussed already. Someone's hands are raised up. Senior men are raising their hands up. What are they raising hands for now? You want to eat? Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead and answer. Because this is about formatting string. What do I do?
You use print, then open your brackets, then your colon. And this thing, what's the name again? Double quotes.
Oh.
Yes, then your braces. Then the braces again.
Who's talking again now? Is it from my end? Please go ahead.
Okay. Then close the braces. Close this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Then dots formats. dot format, then open your this thing. Okay, then the very first one is
Hello.
the very first one is hello. That is my string. I have to put my string. Then in brackets, you have to put um colon and okay 0 1 2 3 4 colon and 5. Okay, then comma. Then the other the other one is from Nigeria. Okay, that is one, two, three. Then you have to put your string, then open the this thing, then put 4. Okay. Sorry, put Siri. Siri. Okay, that is just it.
Okay. You're saying this with hello from Nigeria. Hello from
Yeah.
Nigeria. Oh, I would have said hello from Nigeria. Hello from Nigeria. Okay. Nice one. So this is the dot format kind of formatting. Yeah, we use format is a method used to this guy is not serving like they're doing what percentage is else would have done in printf. And here represent that something should be here. Something should be here. You know. But they have their limits, right? They have their limits. That is they cannot this is a type. There's a type of formatting I'm asking nobody want to help me. There's a type where you use this percentage, and I'm trying to figure out. I've not used it for a string before. I think I've used it for a couple of
I
integers.
already typed that in the income message.
You did that?
Yeah.
Come on, you were not expecting me to see that, were you?
Oh, sorry.
Uh-huh.
She sent it since in the group in the chat.
Okay, so I was missing out this guy. Okay, so that's the most archaic one. Um, most archaic type. So print. Because it's inside the string, right? Inside a quote, percentage s. Was it a comma or a full stop? I believe it was a comma. My string. Is this correct, please?
Actually, there's no comma, but let's just see what the comma would do.
Okay. The command in you. All right, so this is it, right? Was one missing the syntax? I knew it. Okay. Now we've seen different ways we could print the same hello Nigeria. Let's take that again. Is anything that clear in this place? Uh-oh. No, it should be clear. Bye-bye, I don't need you. All right. So first of all, we did just this. My string, the hello Nigeria. And then I was trying to do this, I didn't do well. Percentage is S. Percentage my string. Hello Nigeria. And then we did, where is it now? Is it this one? Yeah, we did this. It's in the dot format. Okay, that's not what I want. I want to put hello Nigeria. Two, let's just print hello Nigeria. Hello Nigeria. So dot format. This time we're not slicing anything because hello Nigeria is in a particular um, uh, variable. So hello Nigeria is printed again. I just printed hello Nigeria using by passing the variable strings to print a print function, and then I printed hello Nigeria by using something that looks more like the kind of format specifiers we use in C, and then I'm interested to print the content of this variable, and then I then printed hello Nigeria using the dot format method, the format method, you know, and then of course this one is more like slicing, combining the act of slicing and using format method. There's another one called the F string, and this is how the F string works. The F string is more like and it's an improvement on this type, this method I use now. I used this method, okay, but adding
Mr.
F.
Tokman, please, I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, please. I know that I was in class yesterday when sliding was treated, but I'm still kind of confused.
Okay.
Getting hello from Nigeria. I want to understand how he sliced from the index 3 downwards. If I'm looking at that stuff, counting like using the old counting method, I thought 3, the index 3 was 0, 1, 2, 3. Was an empty space. Sure you get?
This was an empty space. Okay.
Yes. So I don't really understand on a very serious note.
Okay. Now, if you want this string here, he would have added a space in between these two curly braces, these two set of curly braces, but he did not add a space there, right? And then the format method. I know that when you have to do something like if you are doing something like let me do this. If I wanted to say print a string, hey, and it should be followed by the content of the variable my string. I'll use comma and say my string. Now you see there's a space there. Let's just confirm whether it's because I added a space here. I'm taking the space off.
Okay.
It's still printed with a space. There's a space between hello and the hey.
Okay.
Right? There's a space between the hello and the hey. It doesn't matter whether it didn't matter whether I gave a space after the comma or not. But the moment you put a comma here, it automatically add a space. But for him now, this is not like the comma that automatically adds a space. This is inside the format method. This is argument passed to a method called format. A function, let me use the word function because it's a function. Methods are functions, right? So a function called called format, rather, has this argument passed to it. So this command does not add the space.
Okay.
And he had to pick from the space because there has to be a space between hello and Nigeria.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he went I is 0, the apostrophe is 1, M is 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, M is 2. The space is the 3. He had to pick from 3.
Okay.
Is that understood now?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I was trying to demonstrate the use of F string. You know, let me call back the things we did. We used this, and then we used this, and then we used this. We're getting the same results. There's another guy that I've learned does these things in a more easy way. How this guy is powerful, he's capable of doing several things. I mean, he makes formatting very much easier. Very much easier. Now, you may want to say, is this first one not very preferable? You may not appreciate it because we are dealing with only one variable, only a single variable in this case. You know, it is when we are dealing with many variables that you start wondering, hey, you know, and then we need to concatenate or do certain things. You start appreciating this guy because this guy we not he has. I mean, you can calculate. You can perform arithmetics for you. The F string, once an F is here, just like we do with the raw string, once R is here, becomes a raw string. So once an F is here, it becomes an F string. So I could perform this. Let's see. So in principle, I just perform arithmetic inside the curly brace. Let's see whether the format is that for us. Is there any way I can use the format to do that? I don't even, there's no, is there any point demonstrating? How do I want to do it? Format 2 plus 2. Will I write 2 plus 2 inside here? Okay. Let me try this in. If this might work. 2 plus 2. So if 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, please don't ask me how to do it, please. Let me not confuse us. Later I'll do that one. But I was trying to say that, but compare the both. See what I went through to achieve the same results. See the long line of code. See how easy it was here. I choose to use that illustration because if I was doing concatenate with this as well. Right.
This sorry for drawing back.
Yeah,
I got lost on it. So I thought you wanted to pass in 2 plus 2 into the format as an argument instead of where did this eval came from? Without the eval, I thought that was what you wanted to do. Just normal 2 plus 2, just the same way you have it as the one up. No, without the string. You are passing a string.
Okay. Okay. I didn't even think that would work.
Oh.
Right. But if not, so fine, that works, right? So format is able to perform arithmetics here, but then this guy will perform this 2.2 inside here without you. Compare this line of code and then compare this other line of code. They are doing the same thing, but one is very much shorter. Like I said, you will appreciate it when you're writing a big program, not a short program like 2 plus 2. You're writing a big program that's going to be lengthy. You will see how very useful the F string is. Okay, I was trying to do something. I was trying to demonstrate how that you could concatenate. I concatenated a string somewhere here. Was it here? Okay, I've cleared it where I did hey Nigeria. Right? You could as well do that thing with the plus operator. Is there anyone who does not know this? How to concatenate plus operator? Is there anyone like that? So I believe we all know. So I'll go for that. And that's it about formatting. So you can make it look the way you want to make it look, and then using several methods, and I'll show you 3 methods. And this other one is about is normal printing, because when you're doing this, you're not formatting again. It means you formatted. The format is the way you want it inside the variable. It is saved in that format because you're not able to format anything. You just print it the way it is in the variable. And then, but with these other ones, you could. I think this is basically the same thing. You're still printing it the way it is in the variable. But then the difference is that no, it's different. It's different. Here you can format because you can add something to this string. And you can, let me call it back and show you something. I could add that particular one. Yeah, I could add that same hey. So this is the formatting. I could add a new line. So hey, all Nigeria. So you could format. Okay. And then so I just demonstrated 3 main methods of formatting a string. And we are a speed length. So using the percentage, using the format method, and using the f string. Okay. Any questions, please? All right, I want to assume there's no question. So let's move on to using methods that are allowed with string. It's covered that not all methods are allowed with strings, and the reason, like I said last time, is that strings are immutable. In C, you could declare a string like this string that we have here right now. You could come back and say uh, my string is this. On C, it would have been possible for us to do my string index 0 is now equal to let's say G. If you do this in C and add a semicolon like this, it will work. It will go and change the content of that. It will go and change this H to G. It will overwrite what is there and put this one to that place. But it does not work here. It tells you type error. It tells you that string object does not support hello Nigeria. Let's check the ID again. The ID has changed. It is now a different object it's pointing to. Here we don't unlock anything. We don't calloc. We don't realock. We don't assign memory dynamically. We don't need to do that. The language is able to do that and it's able to free the memory after use. Okay. Now it's having the same value as the other former string, but they are not pointing to the same object right now. What is an object? An object is a location in memory, a space, a confinement. So that's why we say in Python everything is objects, because a variable is a space. Once you declare a variable, you're declaring a container, and that container will be located in memory, having space to contain what you give to it. And when you give it something and it's capable of, it's elastic, like it could enlarge to take what you want to give to it. What I mean is, in C, when we declare an array, we must state, if I want to just declare an array, we must state the size. We state that type first. And then we state the size and say, this thing will take 20. And then if we give it 21 characters or 21 elements, there'll be an error. There'll be a kind of funny behavior. What you don't expect. It's what you don't expect. We are dealing with this one time in one of our PLD class. We discovered that integers could go ahead and print garbage values and random values when you try to print more than the size of the array. But here on string in C, we discovered that it will not be able to print the 21st element because the 20th element should be a null byte. That thing that looks like this. Please confirm that I'm still in this call.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you. Thank you. So, but in Python now, if you want to declare a string, just make it empty. Make it empty. Now I'm changing the content of my string again. So I'm assigning my to something else. By the time I do something like this, I have declared an empty string. So when I say, I hope it's type correct. If I say type, what type of data? What data type is my string? It tells you that it's a string. You can see it. I just used I've used ID. I just used the method. I've used the method called ID. I've used the method called type. I think this is more like a built-in method. Yeah. Your string has a new value. Your string is now equal to your string plus space. Okay, so this is me concatenating the string. This is me saying that the new value of your string is now equal to what was in your string plus what I just gave it plus this string. So here we go.
You have used a single quote and you're having
Okay, I'm not skip this guy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna clear my screen and get it back. So I'll go here and is a backward slash now forward slash, backward slash, and then there's been escaped now. Another way of doing that, of course, is to put double quotes to enclose the string in double quotes so that the single quotes do not mean anything special. Okay, so let's see the content of your string. So I'm from Nigeria and I'm proud of myself. Maybe small thing. No, this is not a list. This is a string. I mean, this is index 0. We can quickly access this as index 0, right? This is index -1. Let's confirm. This is -1. The last one is -1. The space here is -2. The n is -3. Let's confirm. Print your string. What is out your string -3? It tells us that it's n. So it's easy to come from this way, it's easy to come from this way. But now I want to find out where is this and? Where is and in this place here? At what index position is and? You know, so we do. I hope someone help me have this is a bad attitude now of not preparing very well and rehearsing before class. So I do everything. I give you me like so what's the side of me that I'm giving you here? And you find I think find takes okay. It's I think it's like this. Your string dot find and I really like this. I hope I'm correct. It tells you where and is. It tells you the position. Of course, you know this thing has the character of telling you the position of the first one, the first argument, so that you can track the other ones. Because and is not at 18. It's A that is at 18. That should be at 18. Let's confirm. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you just pick the first one and told us that this first one is at 18. So you know that N is at 19 and D is at 20. So if I wanted to slice this string and print I'm a proud Nigerian. I'm a proud Nigerian. Oh, who am I going to, how to trouble somebody's life now? I'm coming for you. Who is that person? Nseka Agudo. Tell me what to do. I want to print I'm a proud Nigerian from this string. You don't need to suffer yourself. Now you know how to use the find method. Nseka Agudo.
Okay.
Yeah. What code are you from, please?
Code 9.
Code 9. Wow. That's wonderful. Okay, tell us.
You want to print for of Nigeria?
I want to print. I wish this guy can save comments. I want to print a proud Nigerian, and I want to do so without altering the content of this guy, this variable. So I want to print it from this variable.
Okay.
That type it in this string too. Yeah.
Okay, we use find to know the location of the string.
What particular string? What are you finding?
As we find the number of and the position of the string, like which number will each of the letters for. And that's from where we can start. So we use find, then we put and.
You put and. Okay,
yes.
You put
and okay. As an AND. So from AND now, then we count from there. As in when we put and it will show the number. Like okay, what you do is show.
You're very correct, but now you can see you already see one arm here now.
Okay.
It's very easy.
Oh. Okay. Look, this arm now is I think it's 2.
There are two, yes. We don't want the two. One is enough.
So if I think if we do your string is your string into bracket plus 2, it's going to print like that is colon
Colon.
no 2 colon.
2 colon. Like
Uh,
this.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can someone please take it off from here? Thank you so much. That's a good attempt. I mean, code 9. We try to nowadays sprint 1. We didn't smell Python until we got to sprint 2. You're trying. Someone for me, senior code.
Okay. Use your string find for Nigerian. For Nigeria, there's no Nigeria self. There's self.
Are you sure?
There's only Nigerian. Okay.
There's no a proud self.
Your string don't find Nigerian.
There's no proud.
There's proud. There's
There's
proud.
A, like A.
There's no A. Are you
On its
serious?
own. There's no A on its own. That's
There's A.
So what do we do now?
I think
There are
just find
plenty of A's in the string.
Yes.
I can see 3 already.
like
No,
I
not
mean like on its own.
Does it matter? Or what produces an output and what produces output? So find that A that is not on its own and break it out. This is the string. Everything here is a single character. Note, have that in your mind. Everything here is a single character. They are on their own. This space you see is a character. You know, it says if it convert this into ASCII value, this space is 32. Right? This, all children have their own numbers. Even this apostrophe, this single quote you're seeing here, has its own is a character of its own. The comma you're seeing is a character of its own. This is not like a list where you access an index and the index will bring up a whole string. So each of them are a whole. So if you're iterating through it, then you're accessing each individual character. When I say character, take your mind back to C and know what character is. How that character is a single letter or a single, let me use the word thing. Single what? Yeah, single thing. So
let me.
Okay. Let me
I
try.
think we use your string
yes, yes.
into 22 colon.
Am I printing now?
Yes.
Okay. Into what?
Your string into 22 colon. That is going to print from I am proud of, as in I am proud of myself to the end.
Is that what we want? What we want here?
Okay.
Let me give it a try.
Okay, I am a proud Nigerian. Okay. Let me take it again.
Can I go
Okay.
ahead?
Go ahead.
Let's use print your string.
Okay.
The same thing he was doing, yeah, but after the 22, you're going to put let me count, sorry. 22, 23, 24.
You see, that's
Right.
we just use the find method. So we are trying to use it to make this thing speedy. And you're counting again. You're counting
Okay,
again.
that means we'll use the find method for each of them, each of the things we are looking for.
Now, yeah, of course, you want to be. I want you to imagine a bulky walk. Forget that this is a single line that you can count. If the walk fill this page, will you be counting like that? Then so
Okay,
we are putting
let's use find method.
what are you doing? So the first thing you want to do is we can see arm is there at 0. So we are not bothering ourselves, but want to know. In fact, we have found out where A is at 18. We know. So arm A is settled. Okay, so where is
Okay,
proud?
let's find
We want
for
to start
proud
counting.
and Nigeria.
So by the time we find where proud is, and you can see that proud is at 26, and then Nigerian, we can find it. It's easy to count, but you want to practice using the find method, and then you can get their positions, get their slices, and pass them to the print function and print them out. So that's it, right? Okay. Now let's explore some more methods of let's explore some more methods. If I do this string dot upper as a method called upper, it will convert the string to uppercase. Let us try that. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigerian. I don't like this. I'm from Nigerian. Now, hey, this is another example, another illustration that string is not mutable in Python. If it was in C, I would have taken off this Nigerian. I don't like here. I don't look for a logic. Although C has a way of when you take the Nigerian, you have to replace Nigerian with something, or you have a double space. But there are logics that you can use. You can use the LIFO FIFO mindset. Last in, first out, what, or the transversing mindset. Yeah, transversing, you transverse and then go there, pop it out. But here you can't change anything. The only change you can do is to assign something else, something new to that particular string. So this is it. So if I do your string dot lower, it does the opposite. Everything becomes smaller. Let's assume now your string, I want to give your string a new value. Whoa, how do I do that? Okay, your string, yes, your string equals to, I want to add spaces to your string to demonstrate a particular method to some particular method. So your string equal to this space, this plus your string plus space here plus, so this should work, right? So if I now try to view the content of your string, this is it. Your string now has space. It has a big space here. There's a method that strips all this space. Who knows it? Please help me out. What method is that? You must have been reading code 8, code 7, code 6. You must have been reading. You must have read some material, but I've seen some videos.
I know there's a strip method, but I don't know what actually you want to do.
Okay. Thank you. Let's try the strip method. Now you can actually decide to strip the space that is left, or strip the one that is right, or strip them both by passing no arguments. So the space is gone. The spaces are gone. The spaces by the left and the right are gone. So we just name another method. What's the time, please? Let us not do methods right this night. Whoa. So does the reverse method work for string? There's a method called reverse that reverses this thing, and it will not start from the last to the first. Now we now have this O as the first and this I here as the last. Question: does it work for string? Do you think it works for string? If you think so, why? If you don't think so, why?
I know that reverse works for numbers, but I don't really know if it works for string. Let's just put it to a trial.
What do you think now? This is algorithm now. This is us. What do you think? Why wouldn't it work for string? Why would it work for string?
If it works for number, it should work for string. Yeah.
Why? What is the relationship between numbers and string? That's making it. We should make it work.
Let me think. I'm coming.
I don't think it will work,
Please tell us why.
because I think you cannot change the value of a string. So
On this, not everybody wants to say something more, something else. All right, I'll go ahead and enter this. So it tells us, I don't like that some tests are being hidden. I'm not a clear screen fan. Yeah, the reason I'm playing my screen, if it's me, this screen will be crowded here. I'll continue. So at least the button should be showing. Come on. All right. So I want us to be seeing what is at the bottom. Okay, so it says attribute error, and it says reverse. This guy does not have the attribute reverse. Okay. And the reason is because, like you said, you can't change things in strings. You can't come and start changing this thing. Can't come and start changing. So if it reverses, that means it has allowed you to reverse to change something in the string. Anybody, any contrary view, any support, any seconder?
I'm not sure.
When you are saying pop work very much, did you remember that if pop works, we have altered the string? If pop work, we have altered the string, we remove something from it. So that was I like it. I like it that you said your mind. But this thing happened now. It has entered you, and it has stayed inside you. You really want to teach it. You can easily teach it tomorrow without preparing. So if pop had worked, we have removed 0 from this thing. Any method that takes anything off from this place or add anything to this place, if it works, then it is a lie that strings are immutable. So okay, having said that, with clear work, clear makes there is remove, there is clear as well. Do you think clear will work? No, you're being logical. No, don't stop talking. Someone has to talk. Whether it's the wrong thing or the right thing, someone has to talk.
What is clear method itself? To delete everything.
Clear, yes, it clears. It makes it not to be in existence.
Try it, it should work. Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay. Now let's use one more method again. What is your string? Wahala. I'm not sure using this del, man. So the clear is not working. This one is not working. Let's see your string does remove. Let's remove. It's not working. You're using how just stubborn string is, or strings are in Python. And this is just how stubborn they are.
Mr. Topman, please, Mr. Topman.
Yes.
Yes. I say this string object has no attributes. Remove.
No attributes.
Is he trying to tell you? Yes. If you look at that, the error message there says attribute error. Why don't you pass something like let's say just pass an index position. Let's see if it will work. I don't know.
Wow. Okay, so let's clear. It just reminded me there's the index method as well that checks the index. There is yes, I was able to tell you what is at social index. And okay, so let's try the index method, right? So clear what we have at index 18, that is A. And let's even pass the string to it. Clear, go to the string and clear and the string. So you're seeing it? You're seeing just how stubborn the guy is. But then we could turn this string into an obedient something, We could there are functions that could turn it into something obedient. But then, even in that state, I mean, there are structures that could contain different data types. Even inside there, this thing is still very stubborn, as stubborn as is inside there. But the difference is that you break the link, so you cannot deal with them. You can take off some part. I can take off this O, right? So if I split this string, I use a split method. It has been splitted. It is now a list. Let's confirm. Type. What is it? This guy. I'll be surprised if it's not a list. It's a string. Whoa! And I was really surprised. What? Oh, a string presented like a list. Guy, that means let's see now. Let's start. Let me try using some of the functions that did not work. I wouldn't have called this a string, honestly. Okay, I'm going to enter this now. This function, this method is supposed to take off the last object, the last element, which is O here. Let's see whether it works this time. That means it's still a string true. It's kind of stubborn. So, although if I wanted to convert, one way to convert it to a list is to put the list keyword and then, but I thought splitting it to convert it to a list. It didn't split. So just know that like the split method.
Splitting is still you're just like it is still regarded as a list. It's not converting to a list. It's not. It's just giving you the different. You can see it did not split it
What?
into characters. It splitted it after he's taking spaces. He's
Yeah.
splitting it in terms of the spaces that are in between
Yes.
each.
Okay.
Yes, that's how split
Because,
naturally. That's how split works.
because I know that we could have a list uh, like that has that structure. So I've always thought that it's actually a list. I didn't know I can have a list that has a string and then comma from. Let me stop at from and then I'll close it. All right. What's up?
The single quote.
Okay. For the escape. All right. So let's check what type is this guy. Is this my list? So it's a list. So
List.
since a list can be this particular form, inside this form, I used to think that once you've split it down, a person in this form is not a
No,
list because you could do
it was a string that you splitted, so it is still a string unless
all
you
right.
convert it. The split is
All
not
right. Thank
converting.
you.
So yeah,
Thank you. So I could join this thing back. Please, the class is moving on, right? We are talking about methods and strings, methods used for string, and everything we're doing here. What is working and what is not working. Yeah, it's just to show you methods that do not work with strings and method that works with string. So you can see that the split method works with string. It's also the join method that will join them back to the way it was. And then there are a couple of others. And then let me move a bit further so that we don't all we do
Upman,
tonight will be yes.
please, I want to say something about this dot split method.
Okay.
By default, if you do not pass anything inside the dot split, it's going to separate your string by using spaces. But you can also
Okay.
pass something inside. Like if you pass, let me say you pass F inside. It means anytime it sees F, it's going to separate the strings. So you can just try it, your dot split. You can pass any alphabet inside, but make sure the alphabet is inside the string sha.
Okay. Okay. So let me convert this list to a string. Hmm. All right. Let me be sure that you converted to a string. Ah. Woo! So these guys are their own landlord. They don't even interact with one another. Okay. Now passing a delimiter. Let me use the original string. So let me use it. I will join it again. I will join it. Your string dot join. Excuse me. What's wrong? I wasn't expecting that. What's wrong? Somebody takes only one argument. I'm serious.
Mm,
What is wrong?
is expecting an argument. Let me see.
Maybe you pass
Is it
space inside.
space?
Yeah, yeah. If you join with space.
I think if I give it an argument, it will go and join it to this. To
The thing you used to split it will be what you used to join it back. So what did you use to split it?
I use the split method. I didn't use any argument. Then in the work, let's see now, like you can draw hyphen to it. Okay, we just lost our string. So okay, we not lost it too. So what was the essence of that argument? I don't understand. What was the essence of the argument I gave it?
Well, go and read more on this. I've not.
It is
There are so many methods. You can't know it all. You go guys search on it. Probably you should just quickly check search on it.
we don't have plenty of time to do that. Everybody, this is how we learn. A lot of times try and error. I just use the strip method to take up the space. I don't know how I passed hyphen to it and hyphen now made sense. It's okay. Okay, I was trying to demonstrate something. Can someone remind me, please? Did I mention
I
it?
think this guy was saying that I should pass an argument.
Okay, but okay, yes, to
It's
split it using the delimiter. Okay, split, and then I want to say anywhere you see M, split it from there. So okay, so it goes. It kept a space here. I approach of it splitted. That means it will not even include the M. Isn't that wonderful? Myself, it took off the M and splitted. And then it was keeping the spaces, unlike before. All right, thank you very much. Let's move to the next thing. And the next thing is quite simple, but it's simple. The input and print function. So print for output, input for input. You will be using print. You'll be using print. And I don't think there's much to know about print except for the fact that it's we demonstrate different formats which you can pass in. You can use the word print. You can use the function print. Print can with by default prints. I mean, when you don't give it an argument, it prints a line. It prints a line, and then when you give it a variable, it prints the content of the variable, right? And then
wait,
because of it,
hold on. I think
yes,
that join method did not. You can see you already did something with this your string. I think it did not return. This was. I'm not sure what happened. That join method. I don't. That wasn't what causes it to put a space at the edges. You can
okay,
see you already did something with the. You already splitted. Yeah, this string by passing in O.
okay,
Now that you are printing your string, it's supposed to print, but is it's not meet. The string is not meetable.
mutable,
But
yeah,
then the other time, you already change your string to give it a space. Then you pass
okay,
in string,
okay,
you concatenated something and still pass it into string. It's still retaining the initial value.
okay,
the initial string.
Okay.
So that joint wasn't what actually caused it.
Okay.
Yes.
That
Your
means
string is still, if you do anything with it, it will still remain the string that was there before. Unless you
So
save it inside the variable back.
like
can
this.
we say
Yes.
when we are using any method on our string, it's actually a copy of the string that is being the method we apply on, not the original string. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Abel? Like a copy of the string that the method will be applied on.
We did not
You know, we do
we did
something
not
like
copy it and
we do
save it
something like
inside
this.
any variable. Is we just passing a method to it. This one now, we just passing a method. You don't expect it to alter what is in this string. It's just going to print what this does. Your string still remain the string. We did not pass it. We did not pass it to save this information inside the variable back. You understand?
Very understood.
Yes.
Is there anyone who does not understand that? Now
I don't lose.
you don't understand.
I don't lose. Now lose, you are lose.
Okay, what you're saying is that since string is immutable, all these methods that are able to perform certain changes on the string they perform temporary. Any method that is capable of performing a permanent change will not work for string. But the ones that are capable of performing temporary change to the string, such that it does not really change the string. Like you see what I did here. At this point, I called the method upper, and it showed me what upper does because this is interactive mode. Even when I didn't ask it to print, it shows me it worked very well. But when I printed the string itself, the content did not change. The content is still what it is. In fact, that space that I added there has been there. How I've called this method several times and it took up the space, but it didn't take up the space in the one saved inside the string. It was working on another copy of it. It will duplicate it and then do to that copy what you want it to do. So now to have this string containing the one that does not have space, I have to give uh, that as a new value of the string. I say your string is not equal to the former content of your string, you know, being worked on by this method strip. So that's how the string now became a string with no space, right and left. But all this method we've been calling that's causing changes is causing changes the copy of the string, not the string itself. Is understood now?
Yes, sir.
Talk more, but please let us confirm if it is really a copy. So you can just do something like your string dot up equals to your string, and let's see if it will change itself.
Yes.
If it throw an error, therefore it means
I just did it now. I just look at it now. Your string dot upper.
Equals to
Huh?
okay.
So your string dot upper, it changed it to here. To this.
I said you should equate it to itself.
With self.
Yes.
I don't get when you say equate it
No,
with
he's
self.
saying
How?
you should equate. No, it won't work that way. It should be your string, then equating it to
Again.
your string dot upper, not the other way around. Because you've already done it, won't work that way. You can't. You are now saying, you know what is on the left. If you are using the assignment operator, what is on the left is the variable, and what is on the right is your what is the value that you want to pass to what is on the left. If you are saying your string dot upper is equal to your string, that means you are trying to pass. You are trying to say your string dot upper is the variable. I don't know
Yes.
if it makes sense. This wasn't what he was saying. He was trying to say that you should do your string is equal to your string dot upper is equal to your
This is
string.
what I want to do actually. What
But this
just
is
So
started.
the real sense. This one
I understand that this is what it wants me to do, but this is
Whether
like giving the string a new value, like he's saying. And once I do
yeah,
this, I'm giving the string a new value. Now, to confirm that I'm giving it a new value, the ID will not be the same again. Look at ID. Your string is supposed to have the same ID as long as it's still the same string. Look at where the ID ends. If I print this thing 10 times, it will print the same thing. Right? If I apply, let me apply your string dot upper now. Again. Your string does, let's say lower. right? And then look at it, it looks like this. Apply the ID of this string, you see the same thing. Everything we apply as works. If I keep applying them, you see the same thing. You see the same thing. It see the same thing. Let's split it now. Your string dot split. The string dots
No, equate it.
equate.
You already did
What?
it now.
The equation does not make any sense, brother. I will do that. Calm down.
Okay, just
You
do
know,
it for him. Equate it to your string. I
calm
just
down. Don't
explained
worry.
why it's
Just keep
not work
watching
that
now.
way.
This is it. Look at the ID again. You see the same, it's not change. Once I equate it like you're saying now, watch the ID. Your string equals, let's say your string dot join. Now I'm not sure I know how to use this join very well. What am I going to pass here now?
Past J or A.
Okay, let me just say your string dot upper. That is the one I know very well. Your string dot upper. Now look at the value of your string now. It is now uppercase, right? Because this particular that's the reason actually that when I checked for the type of your string, it was showing me a string because this thing is a structure of a list, but it's not the original copy. It's some photocopy. It's not the main thing. It's now understand better what happened. This is the list, right? It's a list, but the string is still there. But since I've now equated it to your string dot upper, what was there was this original string that we had here. Nothing changed until I did this. When I did this when I use this assignment operator, it now changed it. Now look at the ID. The ID will change now. If it doesn't change, I'll run away from this place now. Look at this. No more the same ID again. We didn't alter the content of that string. We just did an entirely new string, different from that first one. And the ID is telling us.
Now equate it to your string dot split. Now type. Let's see if it will be a list.
I should go to what?
Your
Okay, what I should be a list. This
yes.
guy. You just it is well. These are things you should be experimenting on your own, but anyway, we're ready to do that. Okay, so if it becomes a list, it proves my point that this is actually okay. Let's see. Equals your string dot split. Okay, your string equals your string dot split. Let's take that structure. Let's see. Are you now a list or not? Am I correct or
Yeah,
wrong?
it should be wrong. It should be list now.
Let's find out. So is it clear now?
Wow.
Because I was asking myself, this thing is a structure release. Now it's not.
The
So
issue
we
was
don't
because
understand now.
you did not assign it to anything. You just
Assign
called,
it.
you just called it. So you just did the copy of it, but you did not do anything to the
Yes.
original this thing. Yeah.
So is it
Same
clear
thing
now?
happened when you use the string dot. That's on my list. You did not reassign it to the my list. So that's why it was still telling you that my list was a list.
Yes. And that one even surprised me. I converted it to a string. And you were saying
You just
it's okay. But I didn't expect this to be that stubborn anyway. I'm going to do some good thing. But I don't like it that it's only three of us that is talking. Where are others?
I guess they are.
Please, are you following? Is anyone that is not following?
Please hope everybody is following. No. Let me just tell you the truth of the matter. I didn't know all of this. I'm just applying sense.
Mr. Biondo, for confidence, that's
I did not know all of this. I'm just applying sense.
that's why learning is
Mhm.
important. Me that came like I knew it. I used to after getting surprises. Why is it not working like this? Why is it not? What is happening? And so at the end of the day, we are all learning. Lesson,
Stella,
talk to
hope
us.
you are not sleeping.
I do.
Oh,
Very good.
Hello, Gambia.
I don't know. Hello Gambia doesn't talk.
Talk.
Hello, good evening.
Good
Wow.
evening. Are you
First
following?
time.
Are you following?
Yes, I'm following.
You usually record, you're not recording today.
I'm actually recording though.
No, I came late. That's why.
Okay. I know he likes recording. In Chicago, are you following?
Yes, I'm trying. No, not at your own speed. Just
Okay, I
let the
understand. I understand. Yeah, Concord 9.
When
You're
the day
trying.
you get to Python,
Benedict,
you'll be trashing Python like
I'm
beans.
following.
you following?
I'm following.
Oh, thank you very much. You see, you do great things. So when it's the attack of Python, you will gather your mates and say, sit down, let's talk together.
Let's
Because
talk.
they'll be asking themselves, you're asking yourself, what is this black thing called terminal? What does it do? uh, Ryan, I don't need to ask you, Cromwell. Cromwell, do you have anything to teach us? Ryan,
White.
white. Please, do you have any correction? As if falling
Daddy,
asleep.
Papa don't sleep. Oh.
Stella, talk to us.
I'm here.
That's great. Are you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Stella has actually been consistent. So having been in that this class and today's class. So I was expecting method to take all the time. Oh. All right. So you want to read some more about methods that string uses. And so I was talking about the print function, right? How that it by default or with no argument prints a line, a new line. That's an empty line there. It's printed. And that's why if you give it anything to print, it will automatically add a line. So if you want it to print a string for you, a string is you want it to print something to the output, something for you. So you just put that thing what you want it that you want it to print inside a quote, and it will print that thing for you. Double quote works, single quote works, unlike in C. Same result. What if something's or someone's, or let's say somebody's son. This will work because we have um, a single quote occurring in between two double quotes. If this were to be some single quotes here, the only way this will work is that we have to escape. Yeah, that act is called escaping. Escape. And it is done with the use of a backward slash. You put it immediately before this guy. Because if you don't put it, this guy will mean the closed bracket of this one. This particular one will mean that okay, the bracket began from here and the bracket closed from here. So any other thing that is here should follow some syntax, you know, some syntax. I will talk more about that in a moment. So let me escape this and print. Put backward slash, then I print. It's printing. Then take all backward slash. It complains. You know why? Because it's expecting that after this place, there should either be a comma or a dot followed by a method you want to use, usually format method, format, or what we did before, where a percentage followed, the sign followed. So he didn't see any of this, and in his mind, this thing has ended. And this makes print able to. Sorry, I've not taught for loop, but let me just use it. Don't bother what for loop is doing, but you know what loop does, right? Don't bother about the syntax. So for car in somebody in somebody um, print car. So I'm trying to iterate through the string and print the individual characters. So see what happens. It prints S. It prints S and prints a new line, O, a new line, a new line, because print has that default character of printing a new line. So the only way this will work with time printing a new line is if I specify how it should be printed. So if I say this and say print car, and then use the function called, of course, use command to separate um, two variables or two keyword, keyword. So
Argument.
what argument? That's the most excellent one. Argument. That's it. So we're giving two arguments now. So we have given the first argument. Second argument now is what we call end. End specifies how you want your what you want, the limiter you want. Remember what the limiter that will learn why doing very function. Oh, code 9 is here. Code 9 I've done very function now.
They've
I've
not.
done very function. Maybe you didn't pay much attention, but you've done predict functions. That shouldn't be a big word for you. So, what I'm saying, you're specifying what should be in between your prints, each print. So, if I say a space should be in between them, if I put anything I put inside this bracket will be what to be in between them. So, if I say hyphen, now it doesn't matter whether this is single quote or double quote, it will still work. So if I say this and close the bracket, I say put hyphen between them and say print, it puts hyphen. At the end of the day, it will not print the new line because I have deprived print of that default behavior of printing new line because I've specified what should be at the end. So how do I make this thing print well using this loop? I'll do the following. I'll say I'm looking so ugly.
Just press enter. Press enter.
Okay. So for car is somebody, if I say, let me do this. Okay, this is not a list. I would have. Okay, so I'll say print this and don't give it any end. And would this work in interactive mode? I think it works in file mode. Where I have to come here and specify. Let's see. I've not tried this before here. Yeah, I came out of the loop. So this is out of the loop now. This is not in the loop. Okay, sorry. This is passing this error because the interpreter. Let me now explain this one. What I was trying to do is that if this was in a file, the same thing could work in a file. Let's say, okay, let's forget about it for now. If it was in a file, I will come out of the loop and then put a print like this so that it will not print a new line. This guy now, I'll take off the space here so it will print no space in between them. So we're just talking about the character of print. So how do you use print? We've been using it. You pass a string to it, or you pass a variable to it, or the use of methods like format and f string. You pass particular arithmetics, or operations to it. We did 2 plus 2 earlier, and then it will print what you wanted to print the way you wanted to print it. You could use it in a loop through the individual members of a particular whole body, like a whole string somebody will look through it to print each letter, each character. Okay. I don't know if anyone has anything more to say about print, but I think I've said it all. I think I've said as much as I can remember now. Yes.
This thing, why is this thing not working in the interactive mode? Why does it not work exactly?
Okay, the interactive mode will make me want to take things line by line, because it will make me this is putting these lines because it wants me to enter and leave that space blank for it to know that okay, I am through the loop. So if I don't do that, it expects me to indent and continue putting conditions for the loop.
Okay.
So until I indent out, until I press enter from here, that's when I can now put this thing. But it's interpreter mode. It will not wait for me to put this thing. it will go and print the stuff. If I had done for somebody in this and say print this, it will not wait for me. You understand? To print that, to do that remaining one. That's why it's called interactive mode. It's just so if this was in a file now, I would have just come on and do it. So the interactive mode needs this to know that okay, I'm through the loop. This is that's blank secondary prompt. Okay. The input function. Input is used to, I think at this point we need to use the file now. Input is used. Now see the funny thing about interactive mode. If I say
Exactly.
uh, name is input enter your name. This guy will not even wait for me. It will go and print the prompts while I'm still writing the program. So it's telling me enter your name already. So I will not enter my name. So I am telling it, tell user to enter this name. Let me interrupt this, make it better. Enter your name, column, space. Okay, so I run it. It's not asking me to enter my name first. If I enter my name, it now asks me to continue. What do you want it to do? Yes. So if I say print hello name, it will then go ahead and say, excuse me. Oh, I did not add the F. So it prints hello top man. That's the thing about this interactive mode. It wants to tell you line by line what is happening. Line by line, okay, this is the result. Line by line, this is
It
what should
won't
be.
allow you to like complete your code before you now
Yes.
online.
Yes.
When you that one you're saving it in a file, you've written everything you want to, then call the file, interpret the file, then now enter your name, then get the result according to what is inside the file.
Yeah.
I now understand it now. Okay, thanks.
Okay. So let's run the same program inside the file. And let me call the file. I usually don't use this touch. So you don't call it.
I can't remember the last time I used it too.
Let me call it. Say hi. Say hi. Now I want to demonstrate something. If you want to, that first line we put makes this file run as a script. We know it's a Python script, but we've already addressed it by that first line that ls lets us put. We don't even need to put the py again, .py for it to run as a script. Please, I want to hear voices. 4 people confirm that you are still with me here. You're not asleep. 4 persons that is not a building. Not a building.
You don't say that me.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one. Who is the second person?
Yeah.
Still
Second person. Who is the third person?
Wait, top man, how did you clear your interactive mode?
How did I clear what?
The interactive.
Okay, interactive mode. It's
Yeah.
Control L. It's Control L.
Control L.
Those guys are saving there. They're saving up there.
And now they are up. It's just like you are pushing the code up. It's not
So
really
the clear is not.
it won't clear the issue. The issue will still be there. But clear, it will clear the entire thing.
Yeah, does not work here.
It doesn't work in the
Outside it.
interactive mode. Yeah. I think
I don't know why. There should be something else that works.
there should be something else.
Okay, so I'm trying to write this program we wrote in interactive mode. I want to write it inside this file. Say hi. I'm not putting it .py. So let me use the VI, the popular VI that people are going for. People who are running from hard things. What to do hard things? Okay, so I'm going to declare this shebang command. Let's say all right, and then I go ahead and say name. Now the function input is a function that is used to get input from the user. You know, something similar to what to do with scanf. So you don't want to just put it there. If you put input like this, it can collect input like this. It can, but the user will not know that this thing is waiting to take input. User might be confused. Let's try this.
Could you print before getting input? Just like we
Print for,
print, just like we print
yes,
before getting scanf.
excuse me. Could you print before getting input? Okay, I said okay to print something before getting input.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that because input will print the prompt that you want it to print. Input to do the printing. You just pass the string to input, right? So this is the input function now. If I save this file, now if you can see now if I'm using my editor, please look. Try to be looking at what is happening at the bottom. You can see column W as the command to save, right? So it means right. So when I click enter, it has saved, but it did not close because I don't want it to close. So I go here, I want to exit this mode and list see the file there. I say I want to change the mode. I want to make it executable. So I go U plus X. I pass the file name, say hi, and then it should be green color now. It's executable right now. So I want to run it. So if I run, okay, let me finish my program first. What's this? Okay, it's telling me that the file is right executable now. So go. Okay, now I want to pass some more instruction to the thing. So I want to say when you get the input, store it in the variable called name. After doing that, the next thing you should do is print hello plus name. Add the name. Okay, and I want to save this. Escape column right enter. Okay, so I go here. My file is here. It's updated now. It's updated. Let me look at it again. Look at it. So I run the file. Now the file is running right now. Look at my column, my cursor blinking here. So it's expecting an input from me. But the user will not know that it's supposed to give an input. Let me see whether if I give an input it will work. Top man. I say enter. Hello top man. There's no space because I did not add space here. So let me go add the space. After hello, add one space. Add a space after hello, and then escape column W, enter, and then go back and run it. It's waiting for me to enter my name now. I enter top man. It prints hello top man. But no user will know. I knew because I was the one that wrote it. That's why we now pass a string to it. It's not like serial. We need to use printf to print a prompting first, and then you can take it. The same input, bring the prompting and take it. You just pass a string to it as the argument. So if I say, please, please enter your name. I think what's the time now? Okay. We are right on time. So the battery took the no problem. Please enter your name. And then put a column, put a space, right? It will be nice. And then I close the. You can see that this is not a Python file. It's as well as a script. It's a Python script, right? So I escape and right. I've saved it now. I go here and run it. Now it says please enter your name. It now makes sense. The user will not know that you want him to put in a name into it. his name to the program. So you say hello, top man for the key.
I think we lost him.
No.
Okay. Stay here.
Am I still here?
Yeah. You froze for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Wow. I think I like Python. It's better in C. If you're entering your name and you put space, C will not consider.
No, it is can F does not take it. Can F takes only the first
Can F will only stop anytime it sees a space. If it's
yeah.
yes. Get your full name.
But I believe there's a way around it.
You have to specify the number.
So this is how the input works. So we have tonight we've covered methods, input, and print. Covered that. That means our next PLD will talk about pattern loops, talk about models, and as far as we could go, it's a journey. Or once we get to the end, data structures, we now move into object-oriented programming. If you have other materials that you can watch to learn, watch. So I won't come like this. You can even teach us some new things. So I'll be learning too. And then if you am I still in this
Someone
conference?
is just joining. Madu.
You're welcome, please. You're welcome. You're welcome. But you want to see the video later, please, because you missed the end of the
Okay, I'm going to
class.
stop recording now.
The class. Please, any question at this point? I want to
31 minutes. Wow.
any question.